Welcome to Realm for fun and enlightening multi-dimensional interviews.
Well, hello, Diana.
Hello, Karen.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So today we're doing a short podcast on one of our fans has written in and asked if we could talk to her guppies. She had a pair of guppies that were very playful, and she could kind of, move her face back and forth. The guppies would follow her, and they all seemed like really happy to see her. And guppies don't live forever, and they passed, and she's wondering what they're doing, where they went, and what they're thinking. And then she's gotten some new guppies that aren't quite as attentive, and she's wondering about that as well. So can we tap into her guppies for her?
Yes, we will try.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so
She didn't name the guppies, so we're just going to have to call in Devora's guppies.
well, there's guppy 1, guppy 2, guppy 3, and guppy 4.
Okay, you see 4 guppies.
Okay, interestingly enough, a couple of minutes ago, there was a guppy that appeared.
Okay.
It's actually a pretty big guppy. It's more than life size, right?
Well, more than life size, like 4 inches or 6 inches, or like
Well,
size of a...
like a foot long.
Oh, okay. That's a big guppy.
Well, I mean, not really, but somehow this must be one of the deceased ones.
Okay.
So, and he, she, they're kind of like just looking at me, like, okay, what do you want? What do you want?
Well, we just want to know what's it, where'd it go? What's it doing now?
Okay, so,
Does it miss Devora? A couple questions like that.
yeah, right. So I'm gonna just say he.
Okay.
He is saying that, him and his friend, they decided to leave, their nice guppy world in Devora's aquarium.
Did they get old?
They, yeah, I mean, they were old according to guppy lives.
Mm-hmm.
And so their time was up and they just passed on. But, they both were okay with that. And because they're now in more exciting places.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, it's like somehow they've gotten bigger. The ones that I'm seeing, or the one that I'm seeing, is actually quite big, and he's got this gigantic guppy head.
Did he turn into a different kind of fish, or is it still a guppy?
It's still a guppy, right? So
Is it in a different realm or back on Earth, or?
yeah, they're no, they're not. They're somewhere in between.
Okay.
Um,
In between another realm and here.
right. So that they're still exploring it. Like, where do they actually want to go?
Okay.
They have many options. And he's saying, we could actually swim down or up the river of time. And actually decide where they want to go.
Okay. Can they come back as a different kind of fish?
Yeah, they could.
And
they can come back as whatever they want to. They can choose not to come back. They could choose to go somewhere else.
did they choose to be something other than a fish?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what was their special connection with Devora?
Well, interestingly enough, she was and is a person that has a lot of non-human or animal, so like spirits around her for some reason.
Okay.
And it's been this way for a while. So a while meaning for like thousands of years.
Oh, okay. So this is one of her attributes.
Yeah. And so they meaning sort of previous animals or fish or guppies that she had, they can come back if they choose to and be, new guppies for her or not.
But could they come back as like another animal to be around her?
Yeah.
And are they still around her as part of
those ones? The ones that just died? No.
Okay.
They're kind of like deciding what they want to do.
Okay.
And
but Devora has all these connections to animal spirits around her.
Yeah. And it's not large animal spirits. It's kind of like small animals. Like mice is small animals.
Spirits of small animals like guppies and mice and,
cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs too.
But, I mean, obviously not big animals. Well, it's not obvious, but.
Right. So no giraffes, no lions, just, okay.
Right. Not even large dogs.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
what do these spirit animals do for Devora?
They want to be around her.
They like her energy?
Yeah, it's like wherever she's, okay, her journey through her various lives has taken her to, different places. And whoever is accompanying her does that because they actually want to go to those places too.
Okay.
They like they're travelers on the same journey.
Okay. And do they help her or they just hang out and travel with her?
Well, help her in what way? Just by being with her, they're helping her.
Okay. And she's helping them.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is all on a more supernatural level. She's not necessarily conscious of all the spirit guides around here.
She's conscious to the effect, to the extent of like how she was saying that, she thought the deceased guppies were friendly with her when she put her face to the glass and moved it around.
Okay. So those guppies were traveling with her on this life for a short period.
Right.
Okay. So this is information that maybe Devora could tap into more, being, a bit of a spiritual person herself.
Right.
Okay. I might have to pause here for a second. So what about the new guppies that are in the photo?
Well, she kind of feels like, they don't really know her at all. And, okay, so what are they saying? They didn't appear just like the deceased ones did. But he's saying that they have to get acclimatized to their surroundings because they weren't originally guppies or even fish to begin with.
Oh, what were they? Can we find out?
They were some smallish animal that would crawl on the ground. By smallish, I mean kind of like maybe sort of like less than 2 inches across.
Like a millipede or a beetle or some kind?
I don't know. Could be.
Okay.
I am getting kind of like more insect-like.
All right.
And again, it's like this is like an animal or two animal spirits that were with her previously.
Okay.
And they wanted to come back again.
They wanted to come back, but they came as guppies.
Because they wanted to experience life in the water.
Okay. And so
Yeah, it's like they would see the deceased guppies in the water. And then they'd be wondering, it's like, what's that like? You know? We know what water is, right?
so they chose to be with her, these two as well.
Yeah. They chose to be with her because they were with her originally. But then they chose to come back, not only to be with her, but also to experience sort of like life in another form.
Okay. So before, when they were bugs, they were with her as bugs too?
Yeah, they were.
You know, some people kept crickets and grasshoppers.
And they must have been in her house somewhere because they were observing the deceased guppies.
Oh. So they immediately died and became guppies?
No.
Or are they timeless? They're stepped into their timeless format.
Well, okay. They're not exactly saying when they were observing the guppies.
Okay.
Right?
Somebody in a while ago.
But they could have been observing not these guppies, but other. It sounds like Devora didn't just have sort of like these two sets of guppies. She sounds like somebody that would actually have, you know, if she had fish, she would have had fish for many years.
Right. And fish that were like in her tank that would sort of be afraid when she came close to them. She mentioned she had some fish like that. Those fish why were they afraid of her?
I thought these were the new ones that were afraid of her, the new guppies.
Well, I think the new guppies had not been friendly to her yet, but I think there was other fish in the tank that weren't as responsive as the guppies were. She didn't just have two guppies. She had two guppies that were friendly and then other fish.
Okay. Well, they choose kind of like what kind of relationship they have between themselves and with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just whatever they feel like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not just whatever they feel like. It's like they're with her for specific reasons, like to travel along with her on her journey, but not necessarily to become so like bonded with her.
Okay. So all the fish chose to be with her.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they did.
But the two of the guppies chose to bond with her.
Two of them, yes.
Okay. And if Devora...
It could have been that they were actually other animals that she'd had previously that were not fish.
Right.
And not insects.
Those two guppies could have been other animals.
Yeah.
Okay. In a previous life. Like maybe real pets like cats or something.
Yeah, they could be, yes. Mm-hmm.
And these beings that come back as pets of some kind, you know, guppies or cats or bugs or whatever you want to consider them, they're just choosing to come back for different experiences?
Yeah, it's entirely their choice.
Right. So why would, I mean, other than the sake of variety, is there something they gain by like having a bunch of different experiences? Is it just like humans? It's like...
It's exactly like humans.
You know, sometimes
why do humans come back?
Well, why do we even ask for any different experiences? Why do we have multiple different friends or travel all over the world or climb a mountain and swim to the bottom of the sea.
Why? And that those same reasons are the same reasons animals do.
Which could be anything from why not to it sort of expands your consciousness even.
Yeah, expands your consciousness. They need to resolve issues. You know, they want to continue something that somehow ended. Multiple reasons.
Okay. So can Devora hone her skills to get into more touch with her animal spirits that are following her through her lives?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Or she should just start talking to them.
Okay.
And they will talk back.
Do the old guppies or the new guppies or any of our animal spirits have a message for Devora?
They're saying, yeah, we love you.
Ah, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm. We love you. And because, you know, I mean, there's lots of these small beings, and basically these energies kind of protect her too.
Oh, they give her some protection.
Yeah.
Does she protect them as well?
Yeah. But unknowingly.
Okay.
You know, they like, she doesn't know that they're protecting her.
And that she's protecting them. And they've made some kind of pact or commitment to each other's wellness, well-being.
Yes. I mean, that's lasted a long time, long time.
So Devora is an old soul. Been here many times.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, Diana, thank you. Thank you to the guppies.
Yes, thank you, guppies. That was quite interesting.
Yeah, it really was.
And you know, enjoy, you know, every moment of your travels and whatever else you intend to do here, and in the future.
Right. Because guppies just want to have fun, right? They're laughing because that tends to be a final advice from every one of the beings we've interviewed. They just want to have fun.
Well, you know, I mean, having fun is actually, it's a positive energy and it's high vibrating.
It is.
So
it drives a lot of us. It's a motivator too, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Learn more about us at realmtorealm.com, and thank you for listening, sharing, and subscribing.